Okay. And we're just approaching 7:35, so let's go ahead and get started here. So if anybody was not aware of it, and I think everybody here is, you have found your way to the University Lowbrow Astronomers, in this case, April meeting. That April meeting was just yesterday, but anyway. So I'm Charlie Nielsen, the president of the club. We have a few other officers here, and we'll get some reports from them later if they have reports. But as tradition would have it, we always have our guest speaker first. In the event, some people might want to leave after that and not stick around for our highly entertaining business meeting. So, and our speaker tonight is somebody very familiar with us. It's one of our own vice presidents, Brian Ottum. Brian's been a club member, oh my God, even longer than me, I think, and that's way, way back.
95?
What's that?
95.
Yeah, so I think I was 97 or something like that, so, yeah. And as you all know, he's also an extremely good astrophotographer. And guess what? That's what he's here to talk to us about tonight. And the title of his talk is the Astrophotography Decathalon, 10 events from easy to hard. So with that, Brian.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Are we able to poll the people online to see if they can hear me?
Yes, good idea.
You know how to do that? I don't.
Yeah, just do it right now. Can everybody in the Zoom audience hear us okay?
How's my testing? 1, 2, 3. Brian.
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Thank you, John. Okay.
Thanks, John.
All right. So I'm a last minute fill because we had a cancellation, which was great for me because this is a warm up because I'm going to give this talk to the Astronomical League National Conference, AstroCon, in June at Bryce Canyon. And so this thing is hot off the press. I was working on it an hour ago. Okay. So I want constructive criticism. You know, like I can't see this, or I'm confused, or, you know, do a better job, Brian. Okay. I want that. Thank you. Yeah. Heckling, whatever. So yeah, I'm warm. This is kind of a warm up, but it's really, because I've been doing this way back since film, right? And the best thing ever about digital photography is the trash button. Just being able to throw it away, because I hated astrophotography until I found the trash button, and then it was like, yes. And so I've done lots of different things. So I figured this talk is like the whole breadth. It's like, how do you get your hands around the entirety of astrophotography, because there's so many things. And so I'll be talking about it kind of like the decathlon, the 10 events you can compete in, but we're not competing. We're competing against ourselves. A lot of people take, astrophotography, they're always saying, that's good, can I get it better? That's good, can I get it better, right? We compete against ourselves, and that's what we're trying to do here. So, but it really, these 10 events are 10 objects, okay? And I'm gonna present them in order of difficulty of the object. And you know what? Difficulty correlates with distance. So we're going to start with stuff that's right here in front of our face that we can see. And we're going to finish up with the stuff far, far away. Okay? So you've seen this before, but it's my standard introduction slide. When I was 12, I saw a lunar eclipse, and I asked my parents, what's the moon? What's going on with the moon? They did not have an answer. So I went to the library and I studied up. And then I got a bigger and bigger telescope, and I got a dome, and then I got a telescope that was so big I hurt my back. And that's what we do, right? Just keep getting a bigger telescope until you hurt your back. And so that's what I did. And but I really, really enjoyed visual. I still enjoy visual. I was out 2 nights ago doing visual. I just love it, but I also love taking pictures. And the dome, I eventually stopped using it, and I moved all my stuff out to the desert, and I had a remote control observatory that I've done presentations on there, but we won't be talking so much about that. But I was privileged back about 10 years ago to work at Bryce Canyon as a summer volunteer ranger, and that was fantastic. And that's what's so amazing about this talk I'm giving in 2 months. It's back at Bryce Canyon. So that's why I wanted to include this picture of me from 10 years ago. So, and I was volunteering there, and it's one of the darkest places that I've ever been. It's just spectacular in southern Utah. So highly recommend it. So I just tell folks, that I love doing the volunteering. I've done stuff on the WEMU radio, And you've seen my booth where I sell pictures of space stuff and astronomy at the beach and other places. By the way, I will not be there this year. We are going on a photo safari for animals in South Africa. We're going with another couple. And so, yeah, I won't be around for astronomy at the beach this year because we've been doing this trip that we've been talking about for 5 years. But maybe Adrian will borrow my booth and he'll sell his pictures. I haven't talked to him. He might be interested in that. If he's listening right now, he's going to go, Okay. So our first event is the easiest event. It's grab your phone. Everybody's got a phone. They take the phone, they point it at the sky, right? Simple as that. And what can you do? You can get some good snapshots of the sky. I mean, you can sunsets. You can do moon and the stars. Not great pictures of the Milky Way, but hey, it's pretty cool. And our phone is with us all the time. But the thing is, it's getting better every month, right? Phones are getting better and better. And I see the future where now they do live stacking, right? The night shot, right? What's it called on the Apple? The iPhone. It's called night mode. Anyhow, it's basically taking picture, stack, to throw away the bad ones and doing amazing things. Won't be long, and then they'll be tracking. It'll do internal tracking. So you're going to see huge innovation on phones. But the key is hold it steady. And so in the bottom right-hand corner there, you see the cheap little tripods that really make it easier to get a good, decent shot with your phone. So that is great. So a couple examples of that would be, and if you take a look here, look on the right, look quickly, you can see it's like a little time lapse, of me there in the Florida. But on the lower left, that's the great Aurora show in May of last year. Adrian and I were together in Canada. And then at the top left is the remote observatory that I had for a few years with a really wacky cloud. So phones are really good for capturing a wide angle view of what's going on in the sky. Also, not bad for holding up to the telescope if you want a mediocre picture of craters or sunspots, right? But not great, but hey, it's free, right? We got phones, so you're not spending any money. And like I said, wait 3 years. I mean, I can't even imagine what we're going to have in 3 years compared to 3 years ago. So watch this space when it comes to innovation. Next, number 2 is shoot the stars. We're going to show the stars. We're going to show constellations. We're going to show maybe the rotations, and how constellations and stars move. Again, it's wide angle. It's quick and easy. Doesn't cost you much. You might already have a camera. All right. You stick it on a tripod. Bottom right-hand corner, it's a camera on a tripod. It's the simplest thing. It's really a ton of fun. Raise your hand if you've done that. I know everybody's taking a picture with a phone, but a lot of us have done it. And it is easy and fun. And some examples are, there's Orion coming up reflected in a lake. And the reason I got the stars bloated just by putting like a fog filter on the lens, right? That's simple and easy. On the right is a kind of a time-lapse type of thing where you add a bunch of pictures up, and there's free software to do that. And that's the North Star in the middle. So it proves that all the stars go around the North Star. So that's kind of fun. Yeah.
I've never seen one that old.
Well, I turned up the color saturation.
Yeah.
It's a Photoshop trick, but you can. But stars come in a range of colors, and if you just turn up the saturation, you realize, whoa, there's some yellow stars, there's blue stars, and occasionally there's the red one that's way cool that you can see. So anyhow, this stuff is easy and simple, and it doesn't cost you much. So I urge people, this is a great place. If you're not going to play with your phone, next step, just put a camera, a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, put it on a tripod, and take some pictures. And it's tons of fun. And we got the Orion again on top of my telescope. And then we've got another, remember Camp Bert Shirley? We used to volunteer. That's Camp Bert Shirley on the right and under the basketball hoop. So you can see the stars underneath. We're on the basketball court. And so let's see if the video works here. This is the video of my telescope working for 3 hours. So this is just a camera on a tripod. This is dirt simple, okay? But over 4 hours, now play it again. This is a 4-hour time lapse of it's just a camera on a tripod right behind my telescope, and I'm just shooting a shot every 30 seconds, every 30 seconds, every 30 seconds. I'm taking a simple JPEG. That's it. Boom, boom, boom. Just there's nothing to this. This is not much. The lens was a $300 lens. Okay. It's a $300 wide angle lens, a Samyang, which I totally tell people to get. $300 Samyang wide angle lens for 14 millimeter. You know how wide a field of view of 14? And it's $300. And this was 12 years ago, 10 years ago, but now it's still there. So that just gives you an idea of what you can do on pictures with video. All right, let's go back to this. There we go. All right. So, we just went through number 2, which is second simple. The third thing, the third most simple event you could compete in is when stuff hits our atmosphere. And the stuff that hits the atmosphere is meteors, right? Little space dust, rocks, and pebbles and things like that. And then aurora. So this is stuff.
Brian, we couldn't see the JPEG online.
Okay. Then I will not show any more videos because I don't want to deprive people. And I hadn't planned to.
We did.
Yeah.
All right, we will not show any more videos. No more videos. This is a static thing. And I hadn't planned. And I hadn't planned on showing many videos either. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so this is also camera on a tripod. Very simple, not expensive. And the timing, though, is key, right? You got to be there during the time of the meteor shower, right, which is in August, or the time of these fleeting aurora, which they never do what they're supposed to do. So those darn aurora, I mean, we get alerts on our phone, we go zooming out, and they're gone. And then they happen, but we go to sleep early, and then our friends email us to say, "Oh, did you see? It was awesome." Okay, that's the problem with auroras. They're very fickle. But again, we can just use this low cost of stuff. And this is a meteor that Jim and I were out. I think we took this. This was down there at the Boy Scout camp. And I call this greenie because it starts out green, which I think, is that like a metal burning, copper or something? Yeah. So it's obvious that the meteor started out green, started burning green on the outside. When that was burned up, then it just really went.
I think it's diatomic carbon.
Atomic carbon. Thank you. Thank you. So again, this is just what you do is you just set up the camera on the tripod and you just go shoot, shoot, shoot every 30 seconds. And if you can get a big memory card, you shoot all night. And then you go back and look through them and you say, "Ooh, I caught a meteor." Okay, that's fun, really, really fun. And I still like doing it today. And then we've got the aurora display. And again, this is the one that Adrian and I were at on May 10th, about Mother's Day last year. So that was spectacular. And it just was amazing. And again, this is just using that $300 lens. So now we are at the next one, which is number 4. And we're taking a break. We're going to show you all 10. Here's all 10 events from easy to hard. And so you can see we started with the phone, then we went up to the stars, then the stuff in the atmosphere, the aurora, and then we're going to be doing the Milky Way next. And then comes satellites, the solar system, nebulas, clusters, galaxies that are close by, and galaxies that are far, far away, because that's a big difference in difficulty. But this is generally the upward slope of it's harder, they're further away, you need more equipment, you got to spend more money, you're going to tear your hair out. Okay, so that's why everything here is like from easy to hard. Okay, so we've done the first three. Now, what's number 4, which is the Milky Way nightscapes. This is one of my favorites that I like to do. And again, you're using the wide angle lens and a camera. Unfortunately for this one, you got to be out where it's dark. You can try to do it with semi-dark position places like Peach. I've gotten some pretty good Milky Way shots of Peach. I've gotten some videos of the Milky Way going past that small dome, the small dish, going past. They're kind of cool. And you can start out and it can be very easy and fun. But you can get further into it, as you've seen Adrian do, where you can add more sophistication and more photoshopping, and you can get better and better shots. But you can just make it very simple. But one thing that is added to this event, this object, is on the bottom right-hand corner, you have a little tracker, right? $300, $400, right? This goes on top of the tripod, and it allows the camera to track the sky. And so that's the additional cost for this one, but not bad. And there's a lot always available online if you want to buy used. Okay. So this is easy and fun, but you got to get out where it's dark. This was taken at Loon Lake, which is at the top of Michigan near the bridge. And there was a night of green air glow, lots of green air glow. And the orange there was the Canadian smoke, the fires from Canada. But my pharmacist was giving me a vaccine shot in his back room. And I said, this is kind of a scary room. Everything's just kind of white. Don't you need something on the walls? He put up a 4-foot by 3-foot version of this.
Nice.
So, and very cool. So yeah, so that's just one shot.
How long is the exposure?
This is one picture. Couple minutes.
That's all.
Couple minutes. One shot. The $300 lens. Couple minutes. But I probably put the tracker on half speed. That's the secret, right? The secret is to, because trackers mostly track at sidereal rate, right? But the landscape photographer's secret weapon is to turn it on half. Then it spreads half of the drift on the stars and half on the trees. So you'll have a tiny little bit of smudge on the trees and a tiny little bit of smudge on the stars. That's why you can go a couple minutes. I didn't do the fancy take 2 shots. That's the more fancy thing if you want to get into that. And I've done that more recently. I'm lazy. I want to take 1 shot. I don't want to take 2 and turn off the motor, and which you can do it now. The software is available to do that easier than it was when I took that 8 years ago. Another example is, and this is where I'll be giving the talk in 2 months, right near where I took this. This is Bryce Canyon, and this is the Milky, and it is so dark there that this is about only a 2-minute exposure, I think. And it's ridiculously dark there. It's just shocking. And you see that pencil spire of rocks there? It's gone. It fell since I took this picture. But Bryce Canyon is fantastic. And I got a couple pictures from there. They were like this. And then more recently with Norb Vance and I went down to help out with the University of Michigan's old telescope. And one clear night, we were able to get out there and get some pictures. And this is a picture with a wide angle lens, not the $300 one, probably more like a $700 one, which is ultra fast. Okay. That when you pay more money, you get a lens that'll take pictures faster. You don't need the tracker then. Okay. But one thing that was amazing to see when we were down there in South America was, wait a minute, the center of the Milky Way does have a bulge in it. You can see the bulge right in the middle there. And from Michigan, you can't see the bulge because the bulge is at the horizon. So that was cool. I think this was probably still over a minute or 2-minute exposure, and I was tracking. I was using Norb's tracker, so that's why the stars are nice and sharp. But there was no foreground to worry about. So these are the things that are fun to do, and you can get as sophisticated as you want. But they are your first night out. You can have fun and take some good pictures. So that's why I love this so much. But the downside is you kind of gotta get out where it's dark. All right. And so for my next one, it's kind of a red herring. Was there a question?
Yeah, question. Sorry, this is Auni. Is your camera, is this a 6D modified?
You are correct.
And you said this is just 1 2-minute shot.
You pointed me out as a liar. You pointed me out as a liar. Now that I remember, I think that we were having trouble tracking because my fingers were cold and I couldn't get the thing polar aligned and I was just frustrated. So I took a bunch of 30-second shots and then I found like 4 good ones. And I think this is 4 good 30-second shots.
So total of 2-minute exposure.
Yeah, maybe 3 minutes, but yeah, it's short.
Amazing.
It's
Amazing.
very dark. It's very dark out there.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
When you say you took the HL.
Exactly. Yes.
And this is the full back
Not quite. No.
with the other filter. So
Yes, the good stuff in the sky is deep red because that's what hydrogen glows at. And so when you get a regular Canon camera, it can only see part of that. And so you send it in, and then they peel off that filter, and they can put nothing back on. But that kind of ruins the camera for regular use. I didn't want that. So they put back on another filter, which is more forgiving, it opens wider, and it allows more of that deep red. Exactly. So, so, yeah, and that's what Ani was asking about. You don't get the reds with a regular camera. Otherwise, the picture would look identically the same. But if you really want the deep, so again, now we're creeping up the cost, right? Oh, we're gonna modify it. No, we need a better lens, And so this is how you can get sucked in.
film, really?
It's up with film. That's right. But now I have a cooled camera that's made for astrophotography by ZWO, and it comes ready to go, and it's more sensitive to the red. But good questions. Thank you. So this is the Milky Way wide field photography, medium hard, low to medium hard in the whole spectrum of things, but still tons of fun, especially if you can get out where it's dark. All right, now the next one is kind of a wacky red herring. I just kind of tossed it in because later maybe I can show you a video, not now, but if you've got a mount, and there's more and more coming out every day that can track the space station, you can look at the space station. Has anybody tracked the space station like with a Dob?
Yeah, I managed it once.
Is that way cool?
Cool. It's hard to show anybody else.
Okay, no, it's a personal experience. But isn't that cool? You can see the wings. So cool. So now there's more and more trackers, and I think the best ones made today are by Optron, and even their AZ Pro $1,000 mount, it will track the space station, and so you can get a video of the space station going across the sky. And so I got a video I can show perhaps later that shows this little space station, and the space station looks different as it goes over the sky. When it's low, it shows one one side of it, and then as it comes over, you see the main side, and then see the other side. So anyhow, it's really fun. And if you've got this fancy mount, which I did at one time, I no longer have one. Okay, I gave up on that, or I sold that stuff. If you got it, it's not hard. But it's kind of different. And so there are 2 different ways you can get satellites. This is a animation of the James Webb. When the James Webb went out, can you see that move? It's just like 4 frames, right? It's an animation, but that's the James Webb Telescope right after it got parked, right? Is that L3? L2. Okay, right after it went out to L2 and it was parked, then I just set my telescope to track the stars. And when it's tracking the stars, the Webb telescope is a streak for a 30-second exposure. Right? So that's kind of cool. And so that didn't take any fancy tracking. Now, if you want to be able to get a picture of, okay, this is a shot with just a camera on a tripod, and you got to look real close, right in the center. Looks like a bird. That's the space station. So I have a video of this, and you can see the space station going. And there's only 4 frames that show the space station across the whole, and then it's gone. And we did that in Livonia, right? Was there other people here with me? Anyhow, in Livonia one night, because ahead of time we figured out anyhow that it was going to happen. And so this, yes.
One year we had Terry LeGault to the club, and he had set himself up to, he's a French astrophotographer.
Yeah, he's the one of the best in the world at this.
He did it crossing the sun.
That's way cool. Yes, and I didn't have the focal length. This takes a lot of focal length, but this is a screenshot of my video of the space station. So this, yeah, this is kind of a red herring. It's kind of a specialty event. Okay, it's not hard, but you got to have the fancy mount. Or very soon, like I have a ZWO AM5, mount, and they're working on it, the capability to track the space station. So I can't wait for it to happen. I just went to their website yesterday and not yet. All right, next one is further out than the Earth's atmosphere and satellites is the solar system. Now we're getting further out. We got the moon, you got the sun. Those are easy, fun targets. Sunspots, eclipses, craters, mountains on the moon, comets. And then as we move out further, you can get pictures of Mars's polar cap and Jupiter's red spot and Saturn's rings. And these are wonderful targets to hit. And the wonderful thing about solar system photography, you don't need dark skies. You can have as light polluted murk as you have, and you're not really impacted by it. So this is a lot of fun. And I know people who just focus on just this because they can do it at home. You can do it at home. You don't have to pack up and do stuff. And you can start moderately inexpensive. As you see in the bottom right-hand corner, at a minimum, you need a telephoto lens or a small telescope and some type of a tracking device. But not horrible. Not horrible as far as expense. And you can have fun and take a lot of good pictures. But there's a big range here because the moon is big. Mars is tiny. So I need 2 different telescopes to get those pictures. And so that's the tough part. So yeah, so it's kind of a wide range of things. But I love doing the lunar eclipses. The top is a lunar eclipse from maybe 10 years ago. And the bottom one is the solar eclipse from 17. I have a t-shirt from the Texas solar eclipse that was last year, and I was totally clotted out. I got nothing. I got some crappy phone pictures. But I did visually look at that prominence at 30 power with binoculars, which was mind-blowing. So I had that. So these are easy and fun and take special software. As you can see, these are the best planetary shots I got, and they are pretty mediocre. All right, we have people in Michigan who are doing much, much better. We got people in this club who are doing much, much better high-resolution shots. Okay, but that's not my thing. This one is just not my event. Okay, so, but it's easy because you can do it in your backyard. But there's one part of this event I do enjoy, which is comets. I'm heavily into comets, and I've got this shot that you may have seen. This was Lovejoy, which was, man, going back 9 years or something like that, 8 years. And Comet Lovejoy was awesome. And so I took this with the remote control telescope, and this is a single 6-minute exposure. And I was lucky that the comet wasn't moving fast at that time. But I love taking pictures of comets. So this stuff it's inside our solar system, so it's not that far away and not that faint. So it's pretty bright. So these things are not that hard to take pictures of. So,
I see at least 1, 2, 3, 4.
yes, there's a lot of galaxies in the picture. Yes. There's one in the tail, 2 in the tail. Yep. And there's 2 right up there.
Yeah.
And one by the double star.
Towards the right.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the one right next to that star up top. They're everywhere. Yeah. So comets are fun, and just got to be at the right place at the right time. I guess there was one last week. Did anybody see that? Michigan's hard. Michigan is hard. Yes. I may have shown this before, but it's really important to reinforce. And especially when I get out to Bryce Canyon, I'm going to have a lot of the same feeling. Everybody's into the equipment. The equipment is everything. All I need is just a better camera. All I need is a bigger telescope. I'll get better pictures. No. I've been doing this for a long time. Okay? Ansel Adams wasn't using the state-of-the-art, most wonderful camera. Just one that was solid and worked. Right? And equipment is only 30% of the quality of a picture. And so you could do fine. You can improve your astrophotography with no changes to your equipment at all. Just work on having the better location and timing, maybe darker sky, right? Having more skill with the equipment, okay? A lot of people get out there, I see them, and they curse their equipment, they swear at it because it's hard to operate, and you don't learn it in the dark with the freezing fingers. You're not going to learn it. So frustrations with the equipment, and then artistic composition. I'm finally learning that. It took me a long time. Something as simple as rotate the camera. You'll get a better shot. Amazing. And I've only been working on this lately, but it makes a huge difference. So the artistic eye makes a huge difference, but the biggest is the red. And it doesn't cost much at all other than your time to learn. But post-processing is the biggest thing to impact a picture. I can go back now with the stuff I know now to my old pictures, which were really poor. I can make them halfway good. And so I tell everybody, don't worry about buying another $5,000 piece of equipment. Spend your time learning Photoshop. Spend your time learning PixInsight. Okay? But the red here is an area where we are seeing ridiculous innovation. We are seeing AI being applied to software in a shocking sense. And we might be only 1 year from just taking a raw picture, 1 click, boom, all the processing has been done for you on your picture. Or probably what will happen is you feed the picture to the AI, and then it gives you 5 options. Do you like this one, this one, this one? Or do you want a combination of 1 and 3? And so the 10 hours that I might take processing is now 10 minutes. So the future is going to be amazing. So maybe this bar chart is going to be totally different in just a few years because the red will be taken care of us. It'll be taken away. So we're in a time of fast change. Prices are coming down for a lot of stuff. Things are getting better. All right, next one on the list. Further out are big clouds of gas and dust. And my favorite are red nebulae, right? Birthplaces of stars. I love red. This is probably my favorite. My favorite thing to take a picture of is red gas. Love it. I hate clouds on the world, but I love clouds if they're out in space. Okay. And you either have to have dark skies or use filters. because filters help you get rid of that light pollution. Okay, but I'm inherently lazy. I don't want to deal with filters. But now we have filters that'll go on a color camera, and I can get almost that same effect. So there's some new filters. So I can get some decent shots, as I'll show you, just from Celine, from a pretty light polluted area. But now we're getting up to moderate difficulty and moderate cost. I've met a lot of people who jump right into this first, and they haven't done any of the previous things that I talked about tonight. And I watch the frustration. So for people who are beginners, I always say, learn to walk before you can run. But on the bottom right-hand corner, you see a whole bunch of technology, a whole bunch of wires, and that's a lot to set up and take down, and a lot of frustration, and it's impossible to learn it in the dark. But this takes time. So, but you can get some great shots. So, come back. What did I do? I hit the. Don't worry. Presentation mode. There we go. There we go. So you've seen the Horsehead shot. We've got the Orion Nebula, and these are stacks of 3 hours worth of images. Okay, this is where you really need to have the patience and the time, and you stack. These are 5-minute exposures that go on for 4 hours. Okay, that's how you get a picture like this. And both of these were from my remote observatory, but last year from my house, I got this. So this was from my house, and this is about a couple hours worth of exposures. And the key was I used one of those dual band filters. All right, it only allows hydrogen alpha red and then oxygen green, right? That's it. So those sulfur nasty, mercury vapor, it doesn't allow that through. So these new filters that you can use with a color camera, they work really good. And then brand new ones are quad filters. Have you heard about those? They have 4, transmission zones, and they're supposed to be really good. So I'm waiting, and you can get a 2-inch one for $200. And they work for galaxies. Yes, they'll work for galaxies as well, because this filter does not work for galaxies. Does not help. So the filter helps you cut through light pollution and the moon. Yes.
And what about this is new to me. So you have who's producing it?
Optolong, yeah, and probably Botter.
All
They
right.
all got one. It's like 220. So it lets through hydrogen alpha, oxygen, sulfur. Can't remember number 4.
But the Pops Galaxies, that's pretty amazing.
They say I want to give it a shot. I want to give it a shot. Yeah, they're brand new. Optolong was the first one.
Photographic filters.
They're used more for the photographic, but if it works for photographic, it should work for your eye. You should give it a shot. Yeah. So this is clouds of gas, tons of fun. Similarly, out there in space, there's deep sky objects called star clusters. Similarly, they take dark skies or filters if you're in town, but you can get great shots. Moderate difficulty, moderate cost, the same story, the same rig. As you see, this is the same rig will take a picture of the nebulas as the star cluster. So here's some examples that I've gotten. The Pleiades, this is like a 2 hours worth of exposures with my 10-inch scope f5. All right, but I've gotten a similar shot from my backyard on my 6-inch scope in the last couple of years. So that's the Pleiades, and then we've got M13, and I was lucky because this night was super sharp. So if you want good shots of globular clusters, you better pick a good night. Gotta have a good night. And I was lucky. So this is about 2 hours, 3 hours, well, and a good night. So now we're working up the difficulty chain, right? Difficulty further away. And this is a graph of focal length, and to show you that The easy stuff here on the left is short focal length, right? So this is a logarithmic scale. On the left here, we are in the 12 to 50 millimeter wide angle, right? This is all wide angle shots. So this is what you can do with that $300 lens, the low cost lenses, the stuff you've already got, a lot of us. Well, once you get away from the Milky Way, you go up to the solar system and nebulas and clusters and the close galaxies. You need a telescope. You need something over 1,000 millimeters, a couple thousand millimeters. So it's hard, right? The more magnification it is, the harder it is. And what happens is when you get a longer, bigger telescope, you got to make sure it stays on the star. So you need auto guiding. I hate auto guiding. It's just one more thing. You need a second telescope on top of your telescope, and you need to track all that stuff. So now you're doing two things at once. And you can spend the whole night trying to get the auto guider to work. That's why I love Sharp Cap, and it just takes pictures and it stacks them up automatically. And I don't need auto guiding because I keep the exposure short so it can't drift. Remember, I'm the lazy one. I'll find a technology to do my work for me if I can. But focal length equals difficulty. So I was at Great Lakes Stargaze with a guy who just bought a brand new, probably a LX 10-inch. Did they have a 10-inch? He had a new 10-inch with LX with a new camera, and he spent 3 nights trying to polar align and get it to work. He got nothing after 3 clear nights. And that, you know why that was? He had a huge telescope. Nothing. I mean, it's at 3,000 millimeters focal length.
Somewhere between 2,500.
That's like trying to run a 10K when you can barely walk the stairs. And I see it happen again and again. And the more budget we have, the more mistakes we can make. It's actually better to have a very small budget and you buy smart things. But if you say, I'm retired, I've always wanted to take pictures of this guy, I'm going to buy this $5,000 rig. And then it's just nothing but headaches because you haven't done your homework. So we're getting number 9 here, almost done. Neighborhood galaxies. These are galaxies that are close by. There's not many neighbors we have. What's one of our neighbors? Andromeda. What's another neighbor? 51. Well, that one's a little, I mean, it's close. 33 is real close. Yeah, things that are like 2, 3, 4, 5 million light years away. These are real close. And they're easy, relatively easy. Okay. So you can get them with a mid-size rig. That's the picture we show here. We keep showing that same picture. This is the mid-size rig. And what kind of pictures? M33. I got this. This is about, yeah, standard 3 to 4 hour exposure with my 10-inch f5 scope. And you can see the hydrogen region at the up at top. So you can see the camera was a modified camera. It was like, this was a Canon 5D. Again, that's another thing I want to tell everybody is that there's a lot of used ones in the market. You can get a used Canon 5D, and it never dies. You can get one for like $300. Modified, you could probably get a modified one for $400, and it's still got decades of life left. And then this is my Andromeda shot, and this took literally days of post-processing because it's actually 2 pictures. I took the top half and then I took the bottom half because it wouldn't fit into the field of view. Then I had to stitch them together with Photoshop. It's amazing I still have hair. It's horrible. And AI, even today, I bet you I could do this in a quarter of the time. But anyhow, this is fun. Galaxies are great. And but they're hard. They're hard to process. They're hard to take pictures. Why? They're far away. And they're dim. So now we have our final decathlon category, which is galaxies far, far away. This is the toughest thing. They're the furthest away. They're the faintest. They're the smallest. And you need a big telescope. And that is a big telescope. Is that a made in Michigan plane wave? I think it is. Yeah. I think that's, well, it's probably a plane wave, but that's not a plane wave mount, that's a paramount. But that is a big honking telescope, okay? You know, that's a 400 pound telescope. Right? That thing is, and we're talking tens of thousands of dollars here, this whole thing. But if you want to hunt galaxies, that's what you have to have. You can't hunt galaxies with a telephoto lens unless they are Andromeda, M33, the greatest hits, right? But if folks who own these are usually going for the galaxies. But it's a huge budget and processing. Now, this isn't really far away, but it looks like it. It's 4565. And this isn't that far away, but it's the best I could do. Yeah, you can see that I don't work on this. I don't do this stuff. Even when I had my remote control observatory, I had a really rather small telescope. Now, Dr. Stan had the bigger one, and his scope would take wonderful pictures. And his 24-inch scope, the field of view would barely fit the two galaxies there. So we have come up with all of them, and I wanted to show you on the vertical axis is my joy. Okay, so what are my favorites? Milky Way pictures, wide field, and then the nebulas and the star clusters and close galaxies. So those are the things that are most fun for me. Any questions? Yes.
You heard of this stuff, those smart telescopes, sea stars.
Yes, the question is on the new telescope, the new smart telescopes. Let's talk about that. Get out there and take that. My parting shot is get out there and take a picture. But to answer the question is, this is the cost of entry using current technologies. Okay, so stuff on the left is wide field. Is rather cheap. You can buy used stuff. You could definitely do a lot of Milky Way shots for less than $2,000. After that, you're going to spend more. Okay, especially over here on the nebula clusters and big galaxies, you're talking 3,000 at an absolute minimum. Okay, absolute minimum, and then upper right-hand corner, you're talking 5 figures, 6 figures, and the satellite tracker is about 4,000 minimum, but I think that price is coming down. Now, to answer your question, the revolution has begun because everything I've said is now out the window. Because now we have the Sea Star for $500, $600 now. It's spectacular, and the club has one of these. And it's revolutionary. It changed the world. It's going to change the world. And a lot of the cost structure has just dropped. Now, it's not going to take high resolution pictures of things you've seen here, but it's going to take pretty darn good pictures and very exciting pictures and pictures that on your phone look fantastic for $580. Okay, what's happened there? Well, it just dropped everything over here down to below $1,000. So that's amazing.
You need to add 145% to it.
Even with the 145%, it's revolutionary and way cheaper.
I'm with you. Agree. I'm with you.
And as we had on our talk in December, the S50, I mean, is way cheaper than all the competition, right? The telescope and the ones from France, they cost thousands.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the world is going to have, but if ZWO and the competitors keep going, it's going to be pretty amazing what we can have, and pretty amazing how affordable they're going to be.
And they keep getting smarter.
Are significantly larger in aperture. They're like 80 millimeter. makes a big,
But if you get a chance, borrow the club's S50. It's shocking.
After warn you. Predicting.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
It's just so anybody can get pictures in one night from their driveway, and you'll be shocked. Yes.
Considered the one having pictures. Okay,
Um, I had my pictures in the newsletter 2 months ago, right? If you look up the last month's newsletter, you'll see my whole review of this and like 6 pictures I took with it. The last newsletter, not
all the time on.
Yeah.
On the email,
oh,
email, people post all the time.
Brian,
yeah, they're good. Yes.
can you recommend a wide angle lens for 6D? Currently I'm using a Canon 14 mil, I think.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what that's a good cheap lens. That's a good $300 lens, right?
Yes.
But there's other ones that have been coming out that are better.
Like what?
How much do you want to spend?
Okay. I just wonder what the technology is now, because that Canon is probably like 5 years old now.
Well, lens technology is not innovating very slowly. Kind of like speakers. Speaker technology is very slow to advance. But yeah, lenses are not getting that much better. But I'll tell you the best that I think is the Sigma. The Sigma lenses are really good.
That's an f1 point or 2 point?
I have a Sigma 1.4.
Oof.
And that thing's amazing. So I
Thank
would
you.
recommend Sigma if you want to spend the $700.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
But there are others too. There's another no name that come out, and this stuff's really good. I forget the name, but if you do some research, there's another company like a Samyang Rokinon that we're talking in the $500 range to get like a 14 millimeter.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, and but just buy it from B&H, right? And so you can test it and send it back. If you don't like it, you send it back, right?
That's the way to do it.
You got to do it because a lot of these lenses have variability, and you do your testing, and because there's nothing more difficult than taking pictures of stars. If you're taking pictures of lions and tigers, you can get by with a crappy lens. People would never know. But you take pictures of stars, look at the corners, you know you have a crappy lens. So be able to return it.
True. Thanks.
Or email me, and I might do some digging.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'm out. Thank you. Oh, I got one more thing to say that I will also say when I get out to Bryce Canyon is amateur astronomy clubs are slowly dying. We know this because we are not attracting enough new people, young people, and we tend to average older. And this is a nationwide thing. What's the big thing that could bring that young people are excited about? Taking pictures.
Yeah.
So if you want to attract young people, you talk about astrophotography, and you help them.
That might be
Help them. And help them and teach them. Help and teach. We could do that. So that's my little plug.
Thanks again, Brian.
Thank you.
Okay. So the first thing that I have is it's April, which means it's time for officer elections. I did poll all the current officers, and usually there's maybe like 1 or 2 people don't necessarily want to continue, but this time everybody said they'd be willing to serve again, which was really nice. So I nominated all of them. That means one of them's got to nominate me or I get out of it. Thank you. Pardon? I nominated everybody else. I didn't nominate myself. Did you notice that? Tricky, huh? Actually, I could nominate myself technically. And no, none of them have been seconded, so do I hear a second for that slate? Okay.
Second.
Then three, is there anybody that would like to also run for one of those positions?
Just a point of order,
Oh, you twitch, so,
no, point of order,
yes,
we don't have a blackboard, we can't list everybody and erase things in particular. Where is Percival Nolan?
that's true, we forgot Percy. She's been
So
our
much for
president emeritus forever, and he still hasn't showed up for a meeting.
Put up the document, Ken.
I don't have a list though.
Just for the record, I'm keeping notes. I need the names of the officers. Me, right?
Yeah, so vice president's you, Brian, yeah, Ken,
Ken,
yeah, Dimitri. Me, president, Doug Scoble, treasurer,
and we've got,
Amy for newsletter. Jack Stoll, observatory director.
Yeah.
Jeff is still online coordinator. And Krishna actually never responded. Jeff and I had a little conversation about that, and we wondered if we should just go ahead and nominate him anyway and elect him, or if we should leave that open. As it turns out, when we have our officers meeting, that's one of the things we're gonna discuss, because Jeff actually has a lot of stuff to do. And him and Krishna's stuff kind of overlap, but in reality, he's actually doing some of the stuff that probably Krishna would have done. So I think it's time to kind of look at that again and maybe divvy that up different. And maybe those two positions actually get merged or something. But that's something we gotta talk about,
It
yes.
sounds like we just need another,
Pardon?
we need another webmaster, so that.
Yeah,
So he can,
something like that, right?
somebody can run the website and Jeff can.
Yeah. So I would say Krishna for now, because he's not here to defend himself, but, and he has in the past said that, you know, he's aware of the situation, he has not been able to do very much. I mean, he's a doctor, you know, so. You know, that's what he said, if we eliminated that position or changed it in some fashion with somebody else, he didn't have any problems with that, so.
The doctor married to doctor kids.
Yes, exactly, yeah. So he's a little bit busy. Okay, seeing there are no other nominations, then we can do a vote just by hands. Everybody in favor of the slate?
I move to elect the slate by acclamation.
Do we have support? All in favor? Alright, okay,
there's twice.
cool, thank you. Okay, my next little thing is just another reminder that next Friday, a week from tonight, we are scheduled to come see Parks and Recreation again. I did happen to look at a forecast just for kicks, and it says partly cloudy. But usually when I look at a forecast a week out, I actually hope it's bad, because it's probably gonna be wrong, so if it's bad, it'll turn good, right? So what do you do about partly cloudy? Anyway, we'll just have to see, but I'll keep you apprised on that. We've only got, I think, 3 people committed, we could use more. So please let me know if you wanna participate in that. I think you'd enjoy it. It's actually a very nice site, and the people that show up there are really nice too, so we've really always enjoyed ourselves there. And then we have an open house coming up on the 26th, but I noticed Don took the initiative to write a very nice email, thank you, about that, so I'm gonna turn it over to Don.
All right, and I got a reply from John Wallach, who's on the screen there. And he's agreed to be the open house coordinator for
Who was it again?
John.
Oh, John.
Cool. Hey.
We haven't seen you up at the hill in a while, that's cool.
So he's gonna keep an eye on the weather
Alright,
and make the go decision and coordinate Jack and coordinate the other.
appreciate it, John.
That true, John?
Okay. So now we just need people to show up with telescopes.
Yeah.
And remember, we started this
I assume he'll
policy,
send an email out.
yeah,
Encouraging people to come once he sees whether it's gonna happen or not.
and we did, starting last year, threaten to actually cancel one if we didn't get enough help to do it. So that still applies, and I think in fact, we might have done that one time. It was either last year or year before, so, but hopefully that won't be a thing, we'll get enough people, so.
I nominate Brian with that 400-pound telescope.
Yeah, you could bring that up, right?
We're back.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. He is right, though, we do tend to do that, we get larger and larger scopes till we can't handle them anymore. The problem is, as we get older, that threshold comes down. Anybody interested in 12-inch top? Anyway. Anything else, Don?
Nope.
Okay, appreciate it. Brian?
Well, you read about the newsletter, but we had an SCA marathon at my house with Don and Adrian, Alex, and Jim. And so I bought the poster. I've never taken so many mediocre astrophotography shots in one night in my life. But you know, you just have to take them to say, oh, I got it. But put them all in the poster, and you can come up afterwards if you want to see. Some of the red nebulas are pretty good. And then a lot of them are impossible to see. That's it.
Some of the ones that got me on there was the blue ones that took up the whole field. I didn't even really recognize those.
Well, that's clouds.
Okay, that's probably why I didn't recognize. Well, actually, I over recognized it.
Yeah.
Okay. The blue threw me, I guess, so.
My comment is, I was there, I saw the sky, and as a visual observer, it was really, really difficult. And it's just amazing to me what these cameras can do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Next year, let's try to see stuff.
yeah. Oh, I've noticed that with that thing. I've been out there sometimes when I've gone out and realized that my object actually had got clouded out. And I don't know how long it had been that way, but the thing hung in there, kept tracking everything, and it cleared up and it just kept on rolling. And from that thing, from the image of it, you'd never know anything happened. So it's just amazing. Anything else, Ryan? Check.
Well, okay, just to start at the Ford Astronomy Club swap meet, we did sell the meat mount. And there's some other people have talked about maybe selling their equipment or something there at the Ford swap shop. So next year, 2026, we'll look out, maybe picking up a couple tables. If there's people interested in selling some astronomy equipment or whatever, then we'll get together. We'll have tables at the Ford swap shop. The only thing you'd have to do is pay your entry fee. Man, we could pick up a couple of tables through the club. So that's one thing to think about next year. Which means now that we got rid of that and the 6-inch f8, kind of moved and cleaned up the small room in the observatory. Now we've got more room in there, so that was working out good. The other thing is, as you know, is I've got a little thing over there. It's this free tape one. Those were the flyers and stuff from the Astronomical League. We had extras. So if you have a friend or whatever, take one from them. We've got one we know what to do with. The other thing is on the left-hand side over there, there's a little display. And that is for the light pollution talk that's going to take place in the Plymouth Library. Some of you may have seen the thing that Jeff Capana sent the thing from Sally Oy out to the club members. We have a light pollution talk at the Plymouth Library. And I did reserve a spot there for myself. So I live in Canton, but anybody that lives out in that area or Novi, Northville area, or if you just feel like going out there, you can get the phone number off the top there. You can call in and they will reserve your seat. They will send you an email back saying you have a reserved seat. So that's kind of good too. That's really all else I have for the observatory in that right now. So I'll turn it back over.
All right. And I think that's all the officers in the room. I don't see any online. Does anybody have anything else? Jim?
I learned, not too long before I came to the meeting that, Fred Espinac, Mr. Eclipse, virtually everything on the NASA web pages about eclipses is his work. He's quite ill. He's been diagnosed with idiopathic lung disease. This pulmonary fibrosis is alveoli or gradually scarring. And it's a grim diagnosis.
How old is he?
70 or
I
so.
was gonna say, he's gotta be somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, he's not young. And
Right.
this is the age where it develops. If you're gonna have it, but it's quite rare. It's like 5 people out of 1 million.
Wow.
have it, so.
Anything else? Anybody out in the Zoom audience? Well, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Here.
Support, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much.